Sorry to interrupt, but due to the new Online Safety Act laws, RW security technology requires you to verify your age using Yoti.
Fuck off! As if the UK Online Safety Act couldn't get any worse. So, if you've encountered age verification checks so far, you'll notice that most of it is actually done on a third-party company called Yoti. Now, I know some other, companies do use different providers, but most companies use Yoti. And boy, is it suspicious. Like, I've been doing some research, and what I've found is absolutely crazy, and people need to, know about this, because no one's really talking about it. It's fucking madness. And yes, this is to do with the Online Safety Act. Also, if you're not caught up yet, the Online Safety Act is an act to protect children, when, in reality, it's actually about control and mass surveillance. So, yeah, it's time to dive in now, shall we? Yeah, so the CEO of Yoti, who is also the CEO of many large companies in the UK, who handles all the UK's data, why does he get to do that when he's linked to the government and, mutual to pretty much all the MPs? How the fuck is that allowed? How can he be trusted to handle all the UK's data? Well, now we're going to go to privacy notice to explain, to go through that and, highlight some stuff in there as well, because that ain't any better. Right, so here we are in the Yoti Privacy Centre. Now, I've already given this a read, and, the first 5 points, it's what you'd expect. So we'll just go to 6, because that's where I found the most concerning. Now, you are able to share your information with third parties using the Digital ID app, and Yoti can also share your information where we suspect or find fraudulent activity. Yoti will never sell your information. So there's a few problems with this statement already. First off, you are able to share your information with third parties. Why would anyone want to do that? Second of all, Yoti can also share your information where we suspect or find fraudulent activity. That is very subjective, because it really depends on what you find is fraud. Even if it isn't, you know what I mean? That's just entirely up to you. And the government has given you full control over all the UK's data, which is fucking scary. And then the last problem with this statement is Yoti will never sell your information. Yeah, you may never sell our information, we'll just give it away instead. Where Yoti has access to your information, we may share it in specific circumstances such as suspected or confirmed identity fraud or other offences, subjective, valid and legally binding requests for information from third parties. Yeah, mate, this is all subjective. Like I said, this all boils down to your specific, decisions, and actually has nothing to do with, really, law enforcement should be investigating this themselves, and actually, instead of trusting someone like Yoti to handle all our data, along with sharing it to stuff like MPs and government and third parties, which actually leads to the bottom bullet point here, to verify your details with trusted third parties. Well, we don't get a say on if these third parties are actually trusted now, do we? We don't know these third parties are actually trusted, do we? Because you don't mention really anything, do you? And then again, we do not sell you information. Yeah, you give it away instead, mate. Yeah, we understand. Corporate bullshit. If we suspect identity fraud, a national security threat, legal infringement or a criminal offence, oh my fucking god. Do you want to know what really is the national security threat? You. You and the fucking government and the MPs who think this is a good idea to just invade our privacy. And, like, you bring up stuff like the Privacy Act and GDPR, but I'm pretty sure it actually violates all that, in fairness, because, like, you know what, it's just a complete breach of human rights. Like, privacy should be, and is, a core human right. And you keep saying that everything's all protected, but it's as protected as it is secured. Like, if someone fucking... Like, it don't matter if your database is stored in the UK, or in India, or China. Don't matter where it's stored. If it's not properly encrypted, then, you know, it don't matter where it is in the world. Like, it's only as secured as it's set up to be. Like, if it can be breached, then you're responsible. And, yeah, let's just say the entire world's fucked because Yoti controls all of the fucking UK's personal data now, including IDs, face scans, etc. Because that's what Yoti's known for, as an age verification site. They're mostly known for facial estimation, age bollocks, and government ID offerings. And then, like, legal infringement, and then the identity fraud thing again, that is a subjective thing. Like, that is something that really needs to be taken into account here. And, like I said, we don't get a play in what is, what do you call it? Well, you know what I mean? It leads back to what I said above about, you know, like, the third parties and all that sort of stuff. Like, we don't get a say on if these third parties are actually trusted, let alone who they are. We may have to share a copy of your information with the appropriate authorities. If you provide false information, if after investigation we determine that there has been fraud that meets the criteria for reporting, we will pass the details to relevant crime and fraud prevention agencies to prevent further fraud and money laundering. Now, money laundering, like, think about that for a second, because as a victim who's, you know, having to verify their age using Yoti or any other service, which is free to do, because, you know, they'll make the money off selling, you know, giving away your data and all that sort of stuff. They say they don't sell the data, but, like, if they're being transparent about it, like Yoti's doing, like, I'll give them prompts for being transparent, but, like, you know what I mean? There's just still so many things wrong here. Yoti's core privacy principles are that it is not our business model to sell, transfer, or share outside the company any of the personal information used to set up your account or your user activity information. However, there are some situations where we'll have to share the information, and we will list these below. Mate, eating your own words, I swear, this is fucking hilarious. But that's what I mean, the legal infringement, again, like, that's another thing, because, like, you know, it's not really, like, they're not being full about, you know, they're not being detailed enough about that. And then if you provide false information, if after investigation we determine that there has been fraud that meets the criteria for reporting, we will pass the details to relevant crime and fraud prevention agencies to prevent further fraud and money laundering. So, like, basically, like, obviously, like, this will be stuff like fake IDs, I'm sure, because obviously people will probably using fake IDs or something on this site and that. And if they catch that, they'll basically report you to the government, because they'll have stuff like your IP address and your location and that, and they can use that to report you to law enforcement and that, basically. So, scary stuff, eh? One of these agencies is Cyphus. Cyphus keeps fraud reports for 6 years. Other Cyphus members may use the information we report to refuse to provide you with services, financing, or employment. So, in other terms, if you try to bypass the system or use a fake ID, you can basically get kicked out from your job from that. You can basically get sacked and stuff. Like, how has it gotten to this point? The funny part about that is, as well, is since Spotify uses Yoti to verify your age, imagine getting kicked out of your job just because you were trying to access, like, mature music on Spotify and you can't verify your age. You gotta love it. You gotta fucking love that. None of this needs to happen, and the fact that they can report you, like, imagine if, like, you're not having fake ID yet, and again, like, if we go back to the suspects thing, which again, is subjective. Like, if they suspect you're using fake ID or trying to bypass the system and they report you for it, and if you're not actually doing that, that's what I mean. Like, that's what I mean. That this is going to complicate things, and you know what I mean. Like, if you are innocent in this situation, just genuinely trying to verify yourself, and they suspect it's fake or edited or something like that, they can prosecute you for that, and because that would be apparently breaking the law, which fake ID is breaking the law, but. There's just so many things wrong here, especially since all this will be like AI and all that sort of stuff. Because it's just guys, just get a fucking VPN for God's sake. I mean, I've got one, and just honestly, just get a fucking VPN. Seriously, this is getting really out of hand now. If we get a request from information from law enforcement or other official authority, oh my fucking God. I swear that's, again, fucking, fucking subjective bollocks. Like, what other official authority? Like, that's not transparent at all. Like, no one even knows what the fuck you're talking about. We will have a legal obligation to share the information if we receive a court or similar legal order ordering us to disclose it. What the fuck, mate? Security and data location. We store your information securely in our UK data centres. Again, it's not, like... Just because it's in the UK doesn't mean it's immune from being attacked. It's only as secure as the people working there is. Like that's the thing. Data leaks happen all the time, and if they're how do we not know that there's negligence going on in the encryption process? Like, it's only as encrypted as the people who can decrypt it. Like, that's the saying. It took me ages to remember that, but that's the thing, and it's crazy. It's fucking crazy. Like that, you can't just because you advertise it's in the UK doesn't mean it's going to be a secure database. Like I said, there's already been data leaks of these age verification things exposing loads and loads of people's IDs and face scans. It's nuts, and the fact that the government is giving Yoti, full control over UK's data, as the CEO is, CEOs of other companies as well, and large businesses. It's mind-boggling to think about, and it's really scary. In some cases, we need to transfer your data outside of the UK to be able to deliver our products. But what? That is the saddest excuse for transferring data I've ever heard in my fucking lifetime. For example, we sometimes transfer data, sometimes, more like all the time, probably, to our sister company, Yoti India. Oh my goodness, okay, this is getting somewhere now. You mean the country that doesn't exactly have the best reputation for security? Are we on about the same India here? For the purpose of conducting manual ID document checks, in this case, we always take additional security measures to protect your data. Yeah, and then giving it away to the government when you suspect, which again is a subjective term, that we are a national security threat or there's been a fraud going on. Yeah, mate, this is fucking ridiculous. Right. And then to verify your details, for some of our products and services, we check certain details, including against a third party, as part of verifying identity and carrying out due diligence. So, yeah, immediately going to a third party, it doesn't even say it's a trusted third party, so maybe they're being a bit more open about the third party not actually being trusted. So, you know what I mean? But going to a third party already is fucking madness, really. Don't worry, it gets worse. Some of our products and services may include the option to request an identity check against credit reference agency or other fraud prevention data. In these circumstances, Yoti simply sends the relevant details to the credit reference agency or fraud prevention database on behalf of the company and sends the response back to the company. What? These are literally soft credit searches. What? Really? This is fucking crazy, mate. If we do, we will encrypt your data and it will be properly protected by the terms of contract with these third parties. Now, first off, if we do, Second of all, like, fair enough encrypting data, but like I said, it depends on how encrypted they are. So, like I said, if there's negligence in the databases or if they're not properly encrypted, like, you'll have a massive data breach. And let's not even talk about, like, because, like, even when the data gets transferred, obviously there'll be people like data brokers or whatever that will get hands on the data in the process. And that is the worrying part, is, like, even if it's encrypted, like I said, it depends, like I said, it depends on many factors. It's only as encrypted as, the person decrypts it. Like, it's not a positive term anyway. Like, fair enough, like, you encrypting it and that, like I said, it just depends on the actual security of your database. It's not something that can be it's not something that can be relied on, especially in the modern society. Now, let's just go back to this a minute. Yoti, India. Now, India is known for a more relaxed security protocol when it comes to data and that, because they naturally get paid less. So, like, and then you get the bad people that can, like, bribe them, and they're more. They're more likely to be corrupt than like people, like, say, in the UK, because they don't get paid much. And you know what I mean, like, those are two key points to look at. I mean, have you seen all the GTA 6 leaks? I mean, I'm pretty sure that Rockstar Games is from India as well. I swear it is. I'm have to look that up. Right, so I'm partly correct. In fairness, I kind of knew they were mainly an American company, but they do have, like, development studios and all that sort of stuff in India. And I'm pretty sure that is the stuff that gets leaked. And it's crazy. Like I said, they don't have... they're more relaxed with security. And when our data is getting processed into India, that's a problem. That is a huge problem. Now... You got to think, you guys keep forgetting where the security risks. Every time we fucking, I don't know, when we have a, doing this, or, you're buying alcohol, something like that, where the security threat. Not Yoti, not all these third parties. We are the security threat. Just keep that in mind, yeah? Keep that in mind. And then for some reason, they also collect Google Analytics for some reason. Like, basically, it's basically data, like, it's not identifiable as far as I'm aware too, it's not unique, but, like, it basically just tells them how you behave on a site, how you interact, I'm pretty sure maybe even your browsing history or something, and, like, you know what I mean, it's like a data set sort of thing, it's not, like, unique data or identifiable as far as I'm aware, but like, why did they need to do this as well? It's just that this whole thing's a fucking mess, and this is just Yoti, never mind all the other age verification sites there are, but Yoti is the massive one, because it's what most websites are using, and they are affiliated with the governments and MPs, along with the CEO of Yoti, also being the CEO of many massive UK businesses, such as Dunelm, fucking whatever the hell you call it, I'm not too familiar with that, but that's a massive fucking retailer, is that, along with stuff like Tesco and fucking Octopus Energy. Like, it's fucking mind-boggling, it really is. Like how does the government trust Yoti with all this shit? It's so scary, especially, like I said, considering the fact that India is more relaxed with security and our data is getting processed there, like our IDs and fucking Face ID scans and all this credit bullshittery. It's, honestly, this is a really bad situation. And there it is, that's Yoti, an age verification site who seems to be a little too transparent on privacy, and even does stuff that is not necessary. In fact, to top it all off, this whole thing is not necessary. As I've said in the previous two videos, age verification or restrictions should be device level based, so it's secure, and you don't have to be giving away your personal information to third parties and all that sort of stuff. Like, and then Yoti goes on about trusted third parties. Like, I still find that funny because, they don't mention who these third parties are, and we don't get a say on if they're actually trusted or not. Like, it's fucking, like I said, it's crazy, it really is. And this is all due to negligence from parents. Obviously not all parents, but you get a few bad ones. And, like I said, this probably won't be the end of it, but we'll have to say thank you again, Online Safety Act, and thank you again for ruining Xbox, because for some reason they need that on Xbox as well, and, like I said, music, and, like, why music, you know what I mean? It's fucking crazy. Well, the more you know, guys. Comment, like, and subscribe for more updates, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.
Unfortunately, RW
Oh my
security
God,
technology
what is
requires
this?
age verification to view the
Just
ultra.
fucking close
this is
this
to
up.
protect
Just
children
close the
and totally
tab,
not
innit?
steal. Whoa,
What the fuck?
How dare you try and bypass the age verification process? That's it. You are grounded for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Oh my
6,
God,
7,
how long
8,
you gonna go
9,
on
8,
for, you
7,
fucking
6,
donut?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1 years. Get off the internet right this instant, before I report you to the government and other authorities.
You sick fucking jogger.